Alright, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you guys what I have in my TM Hi-Capa that's upgraded and what I got on the outside. Um, First off, I built this gun off of a TM gold match. Now the gold match worked just fine stock. I ran it for about 3 months before I started upgrading parts. So don't be discouraged in buying it. It works just fine. Um, so that's that. So my main goals for building this my Hi-Capa now was for my FPS limit. I wanted to reach my FPS limit, and I just wanted something a little unique to myself. um, so those are the two main things you want to try to build for: FPS limit and then your looks. So let's get started. So we're gonna start on the outside, and then work our way to inside the slide. If this would focus. Alright, so in the front here, I have an Airsoft Masterpiece compensator. At first, it was just for looks. I thought it would look badass on my Hi-Capa, and it does. But you can see in there, in this hole right here, that's my inner barrel. I bought one that's a little bit too long for the gun, and now my compensator acts as a hider for the inner barrel, which is one of the reasons why people get a compensator anyways, to hide a longer inner barrel. So it worked perfect for me. My slide here is an Airsoft Masterpiece Saber slide, one of the newest slides. I filled in the engraving to give it a little character with some red crayon. Here's the right side, and then the top. For the sights, the front sight, I'm running the stock gold match fiber optic. I did get an aftermarket AIPA fiber optic, but I messed up the sanding and tried to force it. As you can tell, right there, I started nicking the side of the slide. So always make sure you sand perfectly and don't force it like I did. And then for the rear sight, AIP as well. I don't know why it's missing the stamp, their logo right there, but who knows. But it is AIP. And then the frame here is stock TM gold match. Same thing with the mag or the slide catch here, extended slide catch is stock. Thumb safeties as well are stock. The hammer and beaver tail safety are stock. The mag release and these screws up top, this side and the opposite side, are stock TM. The grip here is a UAC sculptor grip. I liked it way better than the Airsoft Masterpiece skater grip, simply because it has this little cut right here. Gives it a little bit more character, something different. I haven't seen anyone with this locally, so I just wanted it to be a little bit different. And also, I needed this grip tape because sometimes I wear gloves, and the stock gold match grip is very slippery. You can see my finger just running across it with ease. So I almost dropped it a few times actually. Wearing gloves, it's great because this grip is great because you can put on some grip tape on it, and it's just sandpaper, to be honest, and it's pretty hard to drop it or slip. So on the bottom, I want to say this is AIP. This is the Gundam Magwell style. I got it in red. I think they have it in silver. The looks are based off of a Gundam style foot. If you guys ever watch Gundam, it's the animation of robots, and they got kind of like pointy feet, kind of like this. So it's kind of styled off of that. But yeah, this is what I got here. And then I usually put my TLR right here as well when I'm playing. So yeah, that's what I got on the outside. And then I'll show you what I got upgraded on the inside. Also really quick, for this slide to function properly, I had to sand down my frame. um, to make it slide with ease. At first, I didn't sand it at all. I just slapped on the slide, and there was a lot of friction, so it wasn't sliding as fast as it should be. Um, so always make sure you don't have too much friction, and always sand your frame first. Never sand your slide. I didn't have to do anything to the slide, so just a heads up. All right. On the back here, I have a hammer pad. This prevents your hammer from hitting your blowback housing, just to save it from wear and tear, stuff like that. And then I have an Airsoft Masterpiece lightweight blowback housing. I did have an Airsoft Masterpiece loading nozzle, sorry, but it broke. It said it was reinforced, but maybe I just got a bad one. So now I'm just running the stock until I get a new one. My hop-up unit, it is Airsoft Masterpiece. It is a brass unit. My bucking inside is the stock bucking, because the UAC that I bought shot over my FPS limit, so I had to stick in my stock one, and I made it just to the limit. And I also got the wrong one. Always make sure you get the right one. I got the one that was for 1911. You can see that rod right there. Those are for 1911s. Hi-Capas will not have that rod. So because of that, I had to get another guide rod. This is an Airsoft Masterpiece guide rod. It splits in two. So when I want to take this off, I would have to push this forward and then untwist the top piece here, and then the bottom piece will come right out. So it's kind of a pain in the ass for me. So make sure you get the right hop-up unit. I have short stroked this. I'm using the UAC shocker kit. I went with this instead of the AIP one, simply because it came with more buffers. So you can configure this setup right here. 4 is the max, but you can choose different softness buffers. So blue is the toughest, green is in the middle, yellow is the softest. You just mess around with it, it's pretty cool. And then the spring I went with is an AIP 120. You're gonna need this spring if you want to use an aluminum slide, because it'll move this slide quick. At first I went with the UAC performance springs, but it didn't move it as fast as I wanted it to. That kit right there I just showed you is probably better with a plastic slide, but you need the 120 or higher for aluminum. The guide rod plug right here is stock TM as well. I may upgrade the gold pieces, the plug, my thumb safety hammer, and the screw, but that is in the future, and it does cost a lot. Oh, and then my inner barrel is a tight bore inner barrel. It is the PDI 6.01, I believe. So that helped me with FPS gain as well. So yeah, that's what I got on the inside. Oh, my trigger. Forgot about the trigger. This is an Airsoft Masterpiece trigger. This is a 2-piece trigger. It's their puzzle trigger. You gotta get that back piece first, and then you can get different style front pieces here. I went with this trigger because you can adjust it. I mean, you can adjust any aftermarket trigger, Airsoft Masterpiece, but I just wanted the two-tone color trigger. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I'm running. I hope to build another one in the future, because I do have spare parts. I have another slide, which was a stock TM slide right here. Now that I just use this as a backup now, just in case. And I have the grip. I just need to get a frame and some safeties, stuff like that. You know, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, just hit me up. Deuces.